Hey Internet, I'm KrissieDeathy, and today I'm going to read to you guys from one half the Magical Mystery Hibiki tour. It's a kind of an old fanfiction. I'm not sure when it was written, but it's by Ch1 and Orla. There's no date on the site that tells me when the story was written. It was something my sister found. It has its own website, so the link to it will be in the description below. It's a really good fan fiction of Hibiki, as you can tell by the title. And so, the two girls who wrote this, or at least I'm presuming the girls, J.L. and Orla, they might not be. They wrote this. They're from New Zealand, which I think is really cool. And they say the story occurs 4 years after Rama 1/2 Volume 38. I mean, I'll tell you, I do not know that much about Rama 1/2. I mainly know of it from what my sister has told me. I read like a few chapters here and there. Mainly the moose-centered ones, because I believe deeply like moose. So, here's my laptop. Made tired of sitting up. So, part 1. It was a calm, quiet late summer evening in Narima. I might not be pronouncing that right. And Yukio Kunoji, if any of you can tell me properly to pronounce your name, please tell me. I'm never quite sure. Knew something was going to happen. Yukio Kunoji knew something was going to happen. She had had an uneventful day, study, work, and now she was tidying up Yuki-chan's by herself, having given Konatsu the night off, and strict orders to go and do something he liked. So, Yukio's nerves were tense at the moment, trying to anticipate the type of crazy event where Rima seemed to throw up on a regular basis. She didn't have to wait long. "Where on earth am I now?" screamed a voice, accompanied by the sound of something smashing. Yukio rushed outside and saw Ryoga Hibiki standing in the midst of what had once been her back garden wall. He looked despairing, angst-filled, and lost. Now they were completely normal. Yukio felt a gentle rise. Of all the walls in the world, why did he have to smash down hers? Yukio removed her battle spatula from her back and gripped it tightly. "Ryoga-kun," she said threateningly. Ryoga didn't hear, and unaware of the danger he was in, closed his eyes and began to angst. "Lost again," he cried. "Some outlandish, mysterious place. I'm never going to get back to Narima. I'm never," claimed. Ryoga peeled himself away from the object that had struck him. "I'd recognize that spatula anywhere." "Kandawa, Yukio-san, what are you doing here?" Yukio stared at her dented spatula. Damn, she kept forgetting how thick Ryoga's head was. Looks like he'd been off training again. Usually he didn't shrug off the blows off that easily. "Oh," muttered Ryoga, rubbing his face. "That hurt, you know. This is my backyard, you jackass." "Ryoga no baka," she shouted Yukio. "Can't you wander around without destroying property?" "Gomen nasai," groaned Ryoga. "It wasn't intentional. I get carried away sometimes when I'm lost. Break my place again and you'll get carried away all right. In a hearse." Yukio snapped, throwing her bent spatula behind her. "Anyway, it's nice to see you again. What have you been doing?" And, Yukio gasped as Ryoga kneeled over unconscious. "Oops, maybe I hit him too hard." She dragged him inside and propped him up on a seat, removing his backpack and placing it at his feet. "He'll probably want something to eat and drink when he comes around," she muttered to herself. "I'll fix him something." Ryoga revived slowly as soon as his nose told him that food was in the vicinity. He blinked and opened his eyes just as Yukio was tossing up rather not to throw some water on him. He lifted his head and began twirling the moment he sighted the okonomiyaki. "That smells wonderful. It's all yours, sugar. Eat up," Yukio beamed at him. Ryoga gave himself a little steak and began to eat. He nosed the steaming hot cup of tea next to the okonomiyaki and gulped that down as well. As he ate his first half-decent meal in a week, he debated whether or not to apologize again for Bakusai. It's the breaking point technique. Bakusai canceling the backyard wall. Better not, he decided. Yukio tended to be somewhat spatula happy. Yukio flipped him another okonomiyaki and gave himself over to the pleasure of eating. Munching on the third okonomiyaki, hunger sated enough to enable rational thought. He glanced up at Yukio and swallowed. "So how is everything around here?" Yukio shrugged. "Oh, same old, same old. Hobosai is still the Narima Panty Beef. Cologne and shampoo are still Running the next hot den and skating to Navarama, she paused and helped herself to some tea from the pot on the oven, then stared into it unseeingly, her expression pensive. Ryoga frowned. She hadn't mentioned the most important person. What about He started to ask before she smiled brightly and spoke. Oh, I forgot to mention Hibiki has made another 2 million yen investment with the Kuno money, and Kasumi is pregnant. Ryoga's thoughts were diverted. But when I was last here, she just had twins. What can I say? She and Dr. Tofu like a big family. Hugo finished her sentence with an embarrassed cough. You're knee-deep in toddlers, Ryoga shook his head. How noisy. The silence descended for a minute. Ryoga polished off the okonomiyaki and Yukio drank her tea. Then he took a deep breath and tried asking again, what about Akane? Yukio bit her lower lip. Yes, well, Akane, she's okay. She's been studying physical education and she, sobbed. Ryoga looked at Yukio in alarm as tears welled up in the chef's eye. Yukio, what's wrong? Yukio blinked and swallowed. Oh, she and Rama, they have decided on the date. Date? Yukio sniffed. Yes, the date for their wedding. Oh, their wedding, Ryoga nodded. What? He jumped up. They're getting married? Soon? Well, they've been engaged for 4 years, and they have graduated, and Ron-chan promised his dad and Mr. Tindo that he would marry Akane after he finished his education. Ryoga sat down again, flabbergasted. This is it. This is really it. He put his head in his hands. So much for my triumphant return to Narima, damn it. He raised the fist to pound on the floor, but controlled himself. I've got to get over there. He stood up. Now, hang on a second. Yukio stood up as well. Don't do anything stupid. You can't just go over there and beat up Ron-chan. Let me rephrase that. Try to beat up Ron-chan. Ryoga sneered. Trust me, defeating Rama is no problem. His eyes narrowed and very damn that Rama. He was finally ready, and Yukio's eyes narrowed and furry. All her repressed anger and other negative type of feelings sprang to the fore. Sure, Ryoga might be an okay fighter, but the arrogance of the man. Are you kidding? You couldn't even manage to defeat me, much less a true man like Rama. True man? Are you high? Ryoga furiously turned on her. He's a pervert, a half man. I wouldn't be a little chummed up and lame excuse for a martial artist. You can't talk about Ron-chan like that, screamed Yukio. Several passers-by ducked and then rapidly evacuated the area. Oh yeah, and who's going to stop me? Boom! Yukio and Ryoga stood surrounded by battle war, each of them glaring at each other. Lightning flashing from their eyes, a thunderstorm filled the air around them. Yukio spoke clearly and concisely. I am. Ryoga answered in the same tone. You and whose army? Jackass Yukio chucked a dozen mini spatulas at him with a speed that defied description. Man, that's tacky. Or office note. Fair door when they have office notes. I enjoy that. Ryoga didn't even blink. He flung up his umbrella and the spatulas embedded themselves deeply in the canopy as he responded with a flurry of bandanas. Yukio vaulted over the counter, avoiding the bandanas and throwing a flower bomb that enveloped both of them. She swung a new battle spatula at him. She's got a storehouse of those. What can you say? Office note from J&O. Ryoga heard the spatula coming and ducked, then threw himself at the area he'd last seen Yukio. They collided and grappled. Watch what you're touching, Yukio screamed. You call Rama a hentai. You started this snare, Ryoga. If you can't take the heat, then you better get the hell out of the kitchen, lady. You misogynistic, arrogant, directly to a straight. Huh, and people call it Kane a tomboy. No wonder you're always attracting gender-confused weirdos when you act like this. I've always wondered about you being a real girl. Yukio was speechless, her face turned an alarming shade of red, and she began to hyperventilate with fury. You pig, she screeched. How dare you? Ryoga snarled. Who are you calling a pig, you unladylike, pathetic excuse for remarks? Oh, I guess I'm not surprised Rama chose Akane when all he had to choose between was her, you, and Shampoo. At least the other two are cute. Tears sprang into Yukio's eyes, and her aurora began to change and waver. Half crying, she forced out the words that hurt him back. At least I could tell Ron-chan how I felt. I wasn't so gutless as to always mask my feelings. No wonder Akane went with him. And all she had was you and Kuno, and at least he could get a sentence out to her without stuttering or getting a nosebleed. You're not even man enough for her or any other woman, and you never will be. Ryoga felt the tears pour down his face. It was true. He couldn't take it anymore. He clenched Yukio tighter to him, and her aurora caught and matched with his, both of their expressive moods mixing and augmenting together. Shishi Hokodan! Foo! A beam of pure ki shot into the sky. Think Independence Day backwards. Sucky movie that it was. Slowly the light faded and the dusk cleared, revealing Yukio and Ryoga, arms wrapped around each other, sagging down to the floor. The restaurant was completely unharmed, save for the perfect hole punched into the roof. I love this story so much. I'm so glad I decided to reread it recently. It's beautiful. Find my spelling. Perfect hole in the roof. Oh god, said Yukio. It feels good to let all that out. Yeah, I agreed. Ryoga collapsed into his knees. Sorry about that. He noticed that he was holding Yukio tightly to him. His brain started waving for attention. It's okay, said Yukio, resting her head against his chest in exhaustion. I need to get some sleep. I needed to get some of that pent-up feeling out. God, managed Ryoga. His brain finally gotten back in control of things and thinking out the closeness of a female body that wasn't normal. Go to sleep now, okay? Yukio leaned against him, and Ryoga toppled backwards, half conscious, with blood streaming from his nose, and she landed on top of him, fast asleep. Ryoga's brain took in the situation and clubbed him unconscious before it fried, and he lost too much blood. The next morning, Konatsu walked in bright and early, despite having stayed out all night, ready for another day at work. What the heck? He stared at the hole in the roof and the sight of his boss and love of his life happily asleep on top of Ryoga Hibiki, of all people. Gently, Konatsu picked up Yukio and carried her upstairs, tucking her into bed. On the way back downstairs, he picked up the phone and called the local repair people to come and fix the roof before opening. Only then did he allow himself the pleasure of beating Ryoga awake with a frying pan. After he cooked bacon and eggs on it. Gotta love Konatsu for that. Yeah! Ryoga woke up and automatically punched out. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Miss. Oh, it's you, Konatsu. Konatsu smiled sweetly. And just what are you doing here, Hibiki said. Ryoga looked around, then back at Konatsu. I don't know, he said confused. I just wanted to go to the Tendo training hall. Then why were you... Konatsu stopped. You want to leave? Yeah. Ryoga stood up and hooked his backpack up. Wonder why I'm here then again. Why am I ever anywhere? He shrugged, then looked embarrassed. Could you take me to the Tendos, Konatsu? A smile spread across Konatsu's face. I'd be delighted. Here you go, have fun, stay as long as you like, said Konatsu brightly. Come back 2 chance for lunch, and nothing more. He skipped away across the rooftop, secure in knowledge that Hibiki-san's sense of misdirection would keep him away from his beloved Yukio-sama. Ryoga shook his head. Fruitcake, he said, and he walked up front steps. Now, where was... Get back here, you old fart. I bounded out of the door and bounced off a head-high object. Wondered what that was, he thought just before that very heavy umbrella connected with his face, hurling him into the air. I really, really hate that, Ryoga said, calmly lowering the umbrella. Rama landed in front of him. Where'd he go? He asked. Ryoga pointed upwards. Rama looked up to see Hosei spiraling through the air. Hey, not bad. He turned to look at Ryoga. I don't believe it. Ryoga, geez, man, I haven't seen you in ages. Not that that's surprising or anything. Where have you been? What you been up to? Ryoga regarded his closest rival and contemplating, touching him in the face. You don't look so good, said Rama. Something wrong? Ryoga sighed and let the energy go. Got any sake? That bad? I've got a bottle the old man doesn't know about. Sounds good. What are you going to do? Ryoga Rama paused. Right. I'll borrow some of Song's stash. Hosei composed, I drink it. Perfect. Ryoga shrugged off his backpack and slumped. Rama put a hand on his friend's shoulder and led him around the back. Ryoga threw back his head and gulped a saucer of sake. He shuddered. Oh man, this stuff is terrible, he said. Rama grinned. Can't afford the good stuff, he said, but once we've got the training hall up and running properly. Ryoga grumbled, glumly noted the weave, and poured himself another saucer. Come pie, he said, and slugged it back. So, Rama said, sipping his saucer, what have you been doing these past 6 months? I mean, how are things with Akari? I thought you were going to try and make a thing of it with her. Ryoga shuddered and threw back another sauce full short version. She loved Ch1 more than she loved Ryoga. And being around nothing but pigs all day made me feel physically sick. I had to get out of there. She wanted to do things, so with Ch1, well, didn't need to know, said Ron, the nasty visions haunting his mind. He gulped the saucer and poured more. Not like that, you sexual deviant, snarled Ryoga. It was just always, Ryoga, why don't you turn into Ch1? You're so cute as Ch1. Why don't you help my sumo wrestling pig strength? I've got the cold water right here. Then, towards the end, it was, oops, I tripped, and oh no, the cold water went all over you and the heating's off. Sheesh, said Ron. This sounds like a production in the making. Where is she now? Asked Ryoga, mentally distracted from his troubles. Maybe he got Kuno and the headmaster to have her committed. Finally, they both said together and then laughed. Ryoga laid back on the porch and let some of the tension flow away. Akane was so, and I was so glad when it happened, mused Rama. The tension came back with friends. Yes, Ryoga debated bringing up the Akane question, or rather to just pound Rama as he had originally planned. Clenched his fist. So where did you go after leaving Akari? Rama asked, oblivious to Ryoga's distress, as usual. Ryoga licked his lips. Pound being can wait. Keep talking. And jerking. Well, the breakup was pretty harsh. I had to tell her to her face. And she cried, which was terrible. Rama nodded. I know what you mean. Ch1 cried when I told her that she and I were just friends. Ryoga frowned. Yukio. There was something nagging at him concerning her, but he couldn't quite recall. Oh well, think later, sake nap. He poured himself another saucer. Rama frowned. Ryoga had gone through half the bottle while he was only on his 3rd saucer. Ryoga drank the sake and exhaled. Anyway, after all that, I just wandered, went to lots of places, had various jobs, and finally I ended up back in Arima. So where did you go? Oh, everywhere. England. What was it like? What was that like? Okay, but the food isn't great and there are too many museums. I got lost in the one in London for 8 days and had to camp out in the Japanese tea exhibit, which was embarrassing. People saw it, I was part of it, and while I was asleep, someone tried to dust me. Rama tried not to laugh. Then where? Paris. That was bad. I thought it was supposed to be really nice. Yeah. It was a romantic atmosphere. I had to get out of there before I shishi Hokagon the Notre Dame. He sighed. But I'd like to go back there with someone I really cared on. Ah, right. And after that, Australia. It was hot and dry. Nice beaches, though. Not that I could go swimming, but I did get a tan. From there, I moved on to New Zealand. Probably New Zealand, yeah. Nice little place. Lots of sheep and open spaces. I had a shearing job there for a while. Shearing, I wound up in the capital city and had to look around. It was a bit windy, but I met 2 really nice girls who got me on the plane to Japan. Against our inclinations, off the note from Ch1. They kept trying to convince me that New Zealand was a really nice place to live. Is it? Well, yes. But I wanted to come home. Chile, Illinois would like to thank Tourism New Zealand for sponsoring this section of this fanfiction. Ryoga, come back! Funny little episode there. And so here you are. Sounds like you had fun, though. Fun, Ryoga thought about that. No, he wouldn't call it fun, especially since he was trying to get to the Tokyo Tower. There was no reason for this, we just wanted to include the Tokyo Tower, as it is in nearly every anime. Off of note from Orla. I wish I could go on a holiday, just travel around, going nowhere, just seeing places for the hell of it. Rama sighed and then looked at Ryoga. So, what are your plans now? He twirled his thumbs, because if you're going to stick around, would you consider being my best man? Ryoga almost swallowed the saucer. Rama continued. It's just that my only other option is Ch1. I don't think she'll want to wear a tuxedo, and I don't want to put her through that. Ryoga glared. Oh, so you put me through it, huh? You're a guy. You won't pry me so much. Thank you so much. Anyway, Akane would really like you to do it. Ryoga swallowed. She went, okay, I'll do it. He fought back the pain as he felt his glass heart start to crack. Rama grinned. Great, the wedding is in 2 months. Ryoga's eyes widened. 2 months. Rama wanted him to stay in one place for 2 months. Rama saw his expression. Good point. We need to put you somewhere safe where you won't wander off, because we'll need you on hand for all the fittings and stuff. Silence fell over as the 2 men thought. Somewhere safe, mused Rama. Somewhere you can work and with someone who can keep an eye on you. I know, you can. At that point, Ryoga's memory kicked in. Throwing aside the saucer, he grabbed the bottle and scolded with delight. And for a scene break. So is that okay, Ch1? Rama asked. Ryoga had gone bright red and was staring at the floor. This was not entirely due to the sake. Yuki's mom, for some reason, she had woken up today in a really good, relaxed mood. Of course, Ron, Ch1, she said. If it gets me out of wearing a tuxedo, okay. Besides, I'll get some free help. Free help? Ryoga forgot his embarrassment and glared at her. Man, she's a real piece of work, he thought. Hey, Lusco, I'm giving you board and babysitting. Helping out around the place is the least you can do. Besides, I'm already paying Konatsu. I can't afford to take on any more help. Rama kept his mouth shut. He knew exactly how much Konatsu got paid. Oh, alright, said Ryoga. Yukio smiled. You and Konatsu can share his room. For what? Gotta run, said Rama, sensing the potentially explosive situation. Thanks for everything, both of you, and me and Akane really appreciate it. Bye. He ran out the door. Ryoga and Yukio both slumped back into their seats. Sure, don't mention it, said Yukio. It's a pleasure, growled Ryoga. The two of them glared at each other. I'm not sharing with Konatsu, Ryoga emphasized. Well, you can hardly share my room, Ryoga snarled. Yukio snarled. Ryoga gulped and remembered the fracas last night. Either Yukio couldn't or wouldn't remember it. Okay, fine. He could do that. Hiccups. I could camp out in the backyard, he suggested. Yukio rubbed her forehead. No, you just get lost going to the background for you to be in the house. Last chance. Konatsu's room or couch. Done. Yukio called out, Hey, Konatsu. Konatsu walked in. Hi, it's Sujo. Ryoga's going to be staying and working here for a while. Take him downstairs and get him to work in the kitchen, and don't let him out of your sight. I am not that bad, said Ryoga. Oh, yes, you are. Konatsu froze. Stay here, he squeaked. That's right, sugar. Now shoot, back to work. Yukio went down to the restaurant to finish getting ready for opening for the lunch hour. Konatsu stared at Ryoga, who blushed. So, where's the kitchen? Scene break. Screw the stars. Ryoga mopped the floor and moped. Damn it all. He was finally ready to tell Connie how he felt without screwing up. He practiced, he suffered, but he could now say the words. I love you, he said aloud. Crash. He turned around to see Konatsu standing, staring at him, the shattered remains of several plates scattered around the floor. Hey, I did not mop that. Be careful. Be more careful, he said. Who do you love? Konatsu demanded. Did I say that out loud? Not you, Dick. He said. I was just. Oh, what's the use? She loves someone else. Who? He demanded Konatsu. I just can't believe that she's actually getting married then. Konatsu face salted. You mean you're talking about Akane? He groaned. Ryoga looked at him funny. Well, duh, who else am I hung up about? I thought, you mean you're really not? Yes! Konatsu punched the air and started to dance around, daintily in his kimono. For a minute there, I said, never mind. Clear up this mess, we've got more customers up there. Whee! Konatsu floated out. Ryoga stared at him. Fruitcake inside, absolutely pretty, with nuts on top. Why does Ryukio always attract the leaders? 2 days later, Ryoga dried the last lipsticks inside. It had been a long day and it wasn't over. Yukio dragged him out of bed in the small hours to get the restaurant ready. There had been one alarming incident when she had threatened to throw cold water on him to wake him up. Then, just when Ryoga was taking a breather after being incredibly busy, the lunch crowd, Rama had popped up and took him off for tuxedo fittings. This wouldn't have been so bad if Yukio hadn't come along to offer advice. Actually, it was more like criticism. Ryoga frowned. She had acted like he was the groom. Of course, Rama thought this was hilarious. Ryoga attacked him. Naturally, Yukio leapt to Rama's aid. and they had nearly destroyed the takers before everyone calmed down. Ryoga stacked the plates. He had washed more plates in the past couple of days than in his entire life, and he hated it, because you had to be so careful as not to break them. Hey, Lost Boy, Yukio strolled into the kitchen. All finished? Yes, finally, and don't call me that. Ryoga wiped his hand. Where's Konatsu? Poor boy, he's exhausted. I bundled him off to bed. Yukio went to the cupboard and took out a bottle of sake and a couple of saucers. She placed them on the kitchen table and sat down. Join me in a drink? Ryoga smiled. Yeah, that sounds great. He sat down opposite her. Yukio poured the sake. I just want to say that you've been a great help, Ryoga. I really mean it. Ryoga raised his glass and sipped the sake. Thanks. I'm sorry for being such a gross boy. Yukio downed her own drink. Hey, no problem. I know exactly what you're going through. A few saucers later, Ryoga leaned back. This is good stuff. There. Yukio grinned. That's the advantage of owning a thriving business. I can afford the good stuff. So Ch1 is really making the grade then. What are your plans for the future? Yukio leaned forward and smiled. I'd love to have a chain across Japan. Perhaps even expand outside. That's why I've been studying management. I haven't heard of any okonomiyaki restaurants in places like the States. So perhaps I have a product that can make me a lot of money. Ryoga thought about it. It's a possibility. He raised a full saucer. Hope it works for you. I'll drink to that. Yukio raised hers and took a long swallow. So good. What about you, Ryoga? What is your ambition? Ryoga blinked. I haven't really thought about it. I never did finish high school. All I can do is punch holes and get totally lost. I can see how that would make holding a job difficult. Yeah. I get a job, and then the minute I get sent somewhere or walk away, I get lost. I've done so many things I can hardly keep track. I even managed to get a driver's license somehow. Yukio stared at a driver's license. You? It was really strange. I got in the car to take the test in Hiroshima and ended up in Kyoto. The examiner gave me the certificate and pulled out of the car, yelling something about insanity. Yukio giggled, and Ryoga glared at her. My sense of direction is not a joke. Yes. Anyway, Sugar, you are right. It is impossible to have a career when you can't make it to the office. She smiled. Unless you did something involved travel. Oh, yes, muttered Ryoga. I've been everywhere and back again in the world, and everyone thinks I'm having a great time. I go for a walk to the supermarket and end up in London, Mexico, Rome, Beijing, or Tibet. Yeah, it's just great. He gulped down another saucer. Well, it isn't. It's a nightmare not knowing where you will be from one day to the next, and having people like you around and thinking it's cool does not help. Oh, Yukio blinked. Ch1 wants to travel? I would have thought the dreadful trip to China was a no. Ryoga shrugged. He said he liked the idea. The freedom. You would be a good mystery tour guide, Yukio said. She looked wishful. If only I could get Ch1 away from Narima and convince him I'm the one. Ryoga lost himself in a brief fantasy in which he took Akane on holiday, said those 3 little words, and then found out that she really loved him. Then he shook his head. No, it wouldn't work. Not now. Yukio's expression mirrored his own, miserable. But there's no way I could get Ch1 on his own now. Then she pricked up. Unless they went on holiday and broke up then. Doubt it, Ryoga, muttered Ryoga. They sat in the darkening kitchen, each wrapped up in their own misery. Minutes passed, then suddenly Yukio leapt to her feet and slammed her fist on the table. Damn it, they are not married yet. I am not giving up. She grabbed Ryoga's hands. Listen, I have an idea, but I'm going to need your full cooperation. Ryoga shuddered. What do you mean? I mean, we are in this together all the way until Akane is in love with you and Ch1 is in love with me. Yukio leaned closer. And this will solve your career problems too. Ryoga attempted to focus on her words. Okay, what's the deal? A mystery tour. Nodding. You are going to set up a business as a mystery tour guide, and I will be your business partner and cater, of course. We will outfit a bus or something and offer places on its first tour to Ch1 and Akane as an engagement present. Then during the tour, you will show Akane how right you are for her, and I will show Ch1 that he can't live without me. Best of all, we will not invite Mr. Tendo, Mr. Satame, or Shampoo and Cologne. They won't be able to interfere. I swear to you that We'll both return married to the one we love. Yuko finished with a gasp and squeezed Ryoga's hands. Well, Ryoga just sat there, his expression unreadable. Then a slow grin spread over his face. I like it. He leapt from his feet and hugged Yuka. She hugged him back. Cool, Nay. Kanatsu snuggled into the kitchen, yawning. What's all the noise? It's Sojo. He took in the scene. Hibiki-sama locked in what looked like a passionate race with Ryoga and Hibiki. Tears sprang to his eyes and he ran back to his room, the tears flowing a la Son Tindo. Did you hear something? Ryoga descended from his fantasies. Yukio descended from her own musings and looked around. No. Ryoga realized that for a second time in under a week he was hugging Yukio. With an embarrassed exclamation, he jumped back. Go, man. Yukio blushed with a little air. It's okay. Shall we get started? Ryoga smiled. Hi. And that is the end of part 1. And this video is going to be half an hour. But yeah, that's the end of the first chapter for the Magical Mystery Hibiki Tour by Ch1. Link will be in the description below. I don't know a whole bunch of Japanese words, but question of the day will be actually, question of the day is, if you were on a mystery tour, where would you like to go on said mystery tour? Like, what country would you like to go on a mystery tour? So, leave that in the comments below. And so, yeah, thank you all so much for listening. Bye-bye.